The time has come for me to declutter my entire eyeshadow palette collection. Who would have thought? Who would have seen the day? I love eyeshadow palettes so much. I just wish that they were more prominent in the beauty community. You know, these days, I know a lot of people don't wear eyeshadow anymore. I still do. I still love my color, and it's just gonna hurt my heart to declutter this collection. Ideally, I would like to get it down to one drawer. I have 2 drawers right now, but we will see what the future holds. We will see how good I do. There are some brands that are completely off limits for me. So without further ado, let's get into this eyeshadow palette declutter. This is the best way I can position everything. Oh, this is gonna be so difficult. This is the Blooming Romance palette from Danessa. Love this. This is definitely not going anywhere. This is staying. These are true classics, and I cannot see myself getting rid of any of these palettes. I just can't. This palette right here is by far one of my favorite palettes from Mel. I am truly not getting rid of this. These are staying in the collection. I also have these 2 that I remember getting on super sale. I think I paid like $30 for both of these. So I just can't see myself getting rid of this. I just can't. Okay, this is not starting off very well. This is the Patrick Ta Rose palette. I've heard people say that theirs grew mold, but I saw that Patrick Ta's team put out a statement saying that none of the palettes had mold in them. But I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence about it. I think this palette is so beautiful, but I'm like, I don't think mine is growing mold, but it kind of just makes me nervous. What do y'all think? Is it fine? I don't know. We're gonna put this in the maybe pile. I need to pull this out more and use this. This is actually a really pretty everyday palette. I honestly would love to see more palettes from him with a nice updated formula. So I am gonna go ahead and keep this. This is probably the only Beauty Bay palette you'll see me declutter. This is the Mini Charms palette. This is the first all shimmer palette from them. I honestly feel like these shimmers in here are not like the shimmers in their bigger palettes, so I am gonna go ahead and get rid of this. ABH Cosmos palette, I'm gonna keep. ABH x Jackie Aina. Oh, she's staying. Excuse me? No thought about it. I remember when this first came out. This is true nostalgia, and the fact that I still held on to this, I'm proud of myself because I got rid of a lot of older palettes, and this one has stood the test of time, truly. This palette was also one of my favorites from ABH. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one because I think it's a great palette to use for the summer. This is the Kaleidos Escape Pop palette. I'm actually gonna go ahead and declutter this one. Very pretty color story, but this can go. I've actually decluttered a lot of my ColourPop palettes, but I just have a really hard time getting rid of the collab palettes. And yeah, mainly the collab palettes. I just have such a hard time getting rid of. Like this one. This was the palette that actually got me into ColourPop palettes. This started it all for me. It just has so much nostalgia for me. So I just feel like I can't let this one go. I just can't. The ColourPop Gone Matte palette, this is staying. I feel like what I need to do is keep all of the bigger palettes from ColourPop and get rid of the smaller ones because I just feel like I get a lot of shades in here, a lot of variety, beautiful cool tone palette. Bare Necessities was one of my favorites from ColourPop. I'm a little embarrassed at how disgusting this looks, but I also feel like in my defense, this packaging is just really hard to clean because it's like that matte packaging, but I want to keep Smokin' Roses. Very pretty, gotta keep. I want ColourPop to come out with more mega palettes. I feel like they do a great job at them. Then we have It's a Mood, which is one of my favorite fall time releases from ColourPop. So I want to keep this as well. So all of this over here, or most of it, is my Odin's Eye palettes. I definitely want to declutter a few. At first I wanted to just collect Odin's Eye palettes, but the ones that I'm not getting the most use out of, I just want to go ahead and get rid of. This one is the Mighty Monster palette. I'm going to go ahead and keep this because I do really like this color story. And I also love the shimmers in here. This is the Spring Dragon palette. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this because it is on the lighter side and I don't really get much use out of it. And I'd rather give it to someone who would. The Earthwood palette, I'm also gonna go ahead and declutter this one. I have a friend who I think would really, really like this palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to her. The Hey Reindeer palette, I'm gonna keep. These palettes in collaboration with Angelica, I'm 100% keeping these. I love these palettes. And then we have the Trick or Treat, which is beautiful. This is the Love Language in collaboration with Morgan Turner. I'm gonna keep this one specifically for the pinks and purples. Love these tones. I have this all matte single shadow palette. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I have a friend who I think would really like this as well. Plus, I have a lot of rainbow palettes in my collection that you are gonna see in a little bit. This is cute. I love this one. This one's really nice. Snow Dream, keeping. Merry Christmas, keeping. Definitely keeping the Christmas Eve palette. This is beautiful. I honestly don't have a palette like this in my collection, so this is definitely staying. I have the Rosy Jingle palette. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. This is really nice. This one is the Silvery Bliss palette. Gonna go ahead and keep this one. Love this shade. Also feel like if I sat here and swatched all of these shadows that I want to, we would be here forever. And I don't know how long of a video y'all would sit through. We have this one, the Solomane 2 palette. Really like this one as well. I do wish that there were deeper shades in here, but I am going to go ahead and keep this because this one pairs really, really nice with the other two palettes. Stone and Rock palette is one of my favorites from Odin's Eyes, so I'm definitely keeping this. Jewels and Gem. This is pretty too. Oh, the shimmers in here, definitely keeping the Jewels and Gem palette. This one is cool. This is the Eternal Twilight palette. Love this side here. I do wish that these were separate palettes because if they were, I would have decluttered this palette and kept this one, but because it's together, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep the whole thing. I also have the AM to PM palette. Really pretty for spring. I'm gonna keep this. Regain Focus palette is super cute. I love the tones in here, so I am definitely gonna keep this. Same thing with this palette, Droplet of Magic palette. Very different color stories, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. Kylie Cosmetics X Batman palette. This is such a cool palette. Kylie Cosmetics does not make palettes like this anymore, or even collabs like this. I wanna keep this just because of the packaging, but I know that's not a good reason to keep it. But I do want to keep it though. I do want to keep it. We got some Nomad Cosmetic palettes, Safari palette. I want to keep this. Hudson Valley palette. I want to keep this. Also feel like this is kind of like an eyeshadow palette collection video as well. We have the Royal Europe palette. Hello. How can I declutter this? How? Just how? These two. These are really nice. Honestly, probably could declutter this one. Oh, it's actually really pretty though. It's so rainbow-y. Oh, this is hard. I should declutter it though. I should declutter that. I also should declutter this one. Yeah, I'm gonna declutter these two. We have this one from Lunar Beauty. This is the Nude Prism palette. Absolutely keeping. My eye look today, I used this palette, so I am not getting rid of this. As you can see, mine is very well loved and very well used. So sad they don't make these Norvina palettes anymore because I love these. I'm not getting rid of my Norvina palettes at all. This one is number 6. Yep, this is number 6, number 5, number 4, number 2. We have number 3. Number 1 is my least favorite, but like I said, I love these palettes, so I can't get rid of these. I can't. We have some ColourPops. Now this is my problem. I find it so hard to get rid of the collab palettes. I just have this attachment to them, even though I can't remember the last time I used these. So I'm like, is it time to get rid of them? This one's the Hocus Pocus one, and I just feel like I can't let this go. I stood in line outside of Ulta to get this palette. That is how attached I am to it. Same thing with, well, I didn't stand out in line for this one, but this one, oh my gosh. Beautiful palette. This is the collab palette with Raw Beauty Christie. Have to keep this. Like, I have to. The Lizzie McGuire palette. The nostalgia is so real. Even though I don't use this palette, I feel like I need to let it go. And I am really only keeping this palette for the nostalgia of it. And I just feel like, I can't. My Kathleen Lights palettes, this is like archival, okay? The Dream Street palette. Hello, she's staying. The Zodiac, Kathleen Lights and ColourPop, they created some magical color stories, some magical collections. I wish that ColourPop would collab with more influencers again on collabs like this, because when I tell you, this was like top tier peak ColourPop time. I'm not kidding. Kathleen Lights and ColourPop created the best collections. I wish that they would do something else. Girl can only hope, but yeah, this is staying for sure. Remember the drama with this palette. This is the Becky G x ColourPop collab. This was my first all matte palette, and when I tell y'all, I really tapped into this. I created the prettiest looks with this palette. I wish they would have redid it or did something else, but this palette color story, so beautiful. We have the I Love Sarah EX ColourPop. I'm telling y'all, the ColourPop collabs with influencers, they created some of the best palettes. I'm so sad that I never got anything from the Shayla collabs, but I'm telling y'all, ColourPop needs to get back in their influencer collab era, because this was top tier, truly. Oh, the Misunderstood palette. This collection was so cute, and I'm so mad I didn't get that much from this. I only got the palette, and I regret it now, because this whole Villains collab with Disney was one of my favorites that they've done, and I feel like ColourPop has not done a Disney collab as good as this one. So yeah, you see why it's hard for me to get rid of stuff? The Mulan palette, I remember when this came out, it got delayed and pushed back, and wow, this whole collab really is something special. This whole collection was something special. Love this color story. Like I said, ColourPop does not do palettes like this anymore, and it just makes me sad because this was top tier once again, and it's just really hard for me to get rid of it. We have the Bratz collab. I had to get my hands on this, y'all. I really did, because hello, it's ColourPop and Bratz. Like, how could I not? I don't think I've gotten to use this yet. Wow, that is insane. I have to use this. Did not do very good with this drawer. My ideal scenario of only keeping one drawer did not happen very well. We have another drawer, and hopefully I have better luck at decluttering this one. To be honest, I'm looking at this drawer and I see a bunch of Glamlite. Nervous about this drawer because I feel like I'm not gonna get rid of a lot in here. I do have more palettes. Hold on. I want to do better with this next go around, but there's a lot of Glamlite in here and a lot of Beauty Bay and Blend Bunny, and we all know how I feel about those brands. Glamlite Ghostface, keeping. Listen, I'm already telling y'all now, I'm not getting rid of any of my Glamlite palettes. This one is the Betty Boop palette. The Barbie palette, listen, mine is so well loved. Can't you tell which shade is my favorite? I hit pan on it. That is how much I love this shade. This is one of my favorite summer palettes, truly. The Chucky palette, listen, not going anywhere. We have the Friday the 13th palette, keeping. Fresh Prince palette, I'm definitely keeping this. This whole collection holds a very special place in my heart because I got invited to the launch party of this collection. Unfortunately, I couldn't go, but that was actually my first time ever being invited to a launch party from a brand, and it was thanks to Glamlite. So this holds a very special place in my heart. The Rick and Morty palette, definitely keeping. This is one of my favorites from Glamlite, so not getting rid of this. We got Pat McGrath palettes, and these are way too expensive for me to declutter. Truly, this one's one of my favorites. This one is the Utopian Dream. Ooh, so pretty. Very neutral compared to what I have in my collection, but I'm keeping this. I don't have very many Pat McGrath palettes. Bronze Seduction, definitely keeping. Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, y'all know this is my tried and true. Very well loved, very well used, definitely keeping. This is a Pat McGrath holiday palette. Definitely want to keep this holiday palette from Pat McGrath. I don't have very many Pat McGrath palettes in my collection, so the ones that I do have, I would like to keep them in the collection. We have some Natasha Denona here. This one is the Yucca palette, definitely keeping this. I'm keeping all of my Natasha palettes. We have the Bronze, Retro. This is the Xenon Xenon palette. Did I use this? I might have used this once. The Xenon palette, I got this on like super sale. Definitely keeping. Sunrise palette. Love this palette for summer. Definitely keeping. I Need a Nude. It's not my favorite palette from Natasha, but I get a lot of use out of the shimmers in here, so I want to keep this one. The Roxa palette is one of my newer palettes from Natasha, so I'm definitely keeping this. Definitely one of my favorites as well. We have some Blend Bunny palettes. This is the Longing palette I'm not getting rid of. Divination palette. This is in collab with Robert Welsh. Definitely keeping this. It's also newer to my collection. Let's take a break and go back here. I have some smaller palettes back here that I know I want to get rid of. So I do want to declutter this one from NYX. This is the Ultimate Warm Neutrals palette. Then we have this little Natasha Denona palette. This is the Mini Crush palette. I'm going to keep this because I do really like this. We have some palettes from Kylie Cosmetics. I love this all matte palette, so I do want to keep this one. I don't know which one this is. Maybe it's like a rose colored one. I haven't used it, so I am going to go ahead and declutter this. We have the bronzy one here. I'm going to declutter this as well. We have a mini Modern Renaissance. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Then we also have a mini Sultry palette. I'm going to declutter this as well. This palette is from DD Signature. This is a little quad palette. Oh, it's kind of broken, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. We have these palettes from Flower Beauty. I love these palettes. I saw these on super sale at Ulta, so I don't know if they're getting rid of these, but I do want to keep these. The only thing I don't love about this formula is they are so fragile. They've just been sitting in the drawer and they've cracked, you know, and they also cracked in shipment, but I pressed them back together, but they're just so fragile. You have to be very careful with these. This is a palette I cannot show you. Hint, hint. We have this palette from DD Signature. We have this palette from DD Signature. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. This is the Blooming Basket. I do love these two shades, but I don't really get use out of this palette, so I'm going to let it go. Wow, I am doing a lot better in this drawer. I'm proud of myself. My NOLA palette, Tatianna Nisa Cosmetics. Love this palette. Dedicated to my city, named after my city. Love this. This is staying right here in this drawer. We also have this palette from Ofra x Allie Dawson. This is a really pretty fall palette, so I'm going to keep this. I also love this for quick, easy fall look, so we're keeping that. And then we have this little tiny little Natasha Denona gold palette, keeping that for travel. This is just for my Danessa Myricks palette. Halloween 2, definitely keeping this from Glamlite. Y'all know how much I love that palette. I also have two palettes on the way from Glamlite, the Twilight Collection palettes. These two palettes from Natasha, oh my gosh, Glamlite and Michaela. I'm keeping these. I love these palettes, the color stories. Beautiful. The formulas are amazing as well, so I'm keeping both of these. This is the But Does It Come in Pink? And if you're a pink lover, you understand how I have to keep this one. This is the Glamlite X Scooby-Doo, definitely keeping. Glamlite Ice Cream Dream. This is the best pastel palette that shows true to color, so definitely keeping this. This comes in handy, especially for this time of year. Love it. So many Glamlite palettes, y'all. So many. These are the Nightmare on Elm Street palettes, keeping. Glamlite Scooby-Doo, definitely keeping these. This one is the Glamlite Trick or Treat palette. I have not played with this yet, but I cannot wait to dive into this. Glamlite Garfield, keeping. Glamlite Kiss, keeping. These, okay. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to get rid of any Glamlite palettes. This is actually really hard for me to declutter, truly. I really think I could. I feel like I might regret it, but should I get rid of these? This is hard. We're gonna get rid of these because I would love to give these to someone else who would get a lot of use out of these. And I have a lot of purple palettes already. So we're gonna declutter all 4 of these. Have not used this yet, but I'm really excited to. This is the Glamlite Good Guys palette. Glamlite Frosted Flakes, definitely keeping. The Glamlite Red Velvet palette. I'm going to declutter this one. I've had this for such a long time, and I thought they were going to keep with this theme of cupcakes, and they didn't. Makes me very sad. I loved this palette. This was my favorite shade, but it's time to let her go. Lightwork 5 from Danessa, keeping. I'm keeping both of these from Glamlite. This is from the Hershey's collection. Cosmic Beauty Cool Truths, definitely keeping. This is new to my collection. Same with the Winter Wonderland. Love this palette. This is one of my favorites in my collection. Definitely keeping. We have these 2 palettes from Glamlite and Coca-Cola. The first one, keeping both of these. We're getting into some Blend Bunny palettes, and I'm not decluttering any Blend Bunny palettes. Definitely keeping. This is from the Lens X Glisten collab. Sickly Sweet, keeping. Even though it's on the lighter side, it's Blend Bunny. How could I let it go? This one is the Machina palette, keeping. I'm just gonna show you guys these. I'm just gonna keep all of the Blend Bunny palettes though. Blends, Sugar and Grunge, Dollhouse, Surge, Primal. This is from Give Me Glow. Love this palette. I really, really do. But I don't really get that much use out of it, but I kind of want to keep it. I'm going to keep it because this is my only Give Me Glow palette, and I really do love this formula. Huda Beauty Naughty palette. I'm going to declutter this one. Blend Bunny all done up. Definitely keeping this one. I love this. Sins Beauty Galactic Visitor, keeping. Natasha Denona My Dream palette. This is one of my favorites from her, so definitely keeping this. We have the Space Cowboy palette from Made by Mitchell. Definitely keeping. Eternal Eclipse, keeping. Strawberry Dream, keeping. Moonspell palette, keeping. All of these palettes are limited edition Beauty Bay palettes. You can't get these anymore, but I am still going to show you this because I feel like I'm kind of already just showing you all my eyeshadow palette collection. So we're going to go through all of these quickly, but I'm keeping all of them. It's Beauty Bay. We're just going to go down memory lane with these. Age of Opulence, Love Notes, Botanical. I will say with the Botanical palette, they just came out with a 42 pan inspired by the Botanical, and it's on my list to pick up. This was not my favorite color story, but I love the 42 pan one because it has more shades, more deeper shades, and it just had more of what I was missing from the 20 pan. So really excited about that. So if you like this color story, definitely go and check out their permanent line Botanical palette. Endless Romance, Book of Magic, Sunset Horizons, New Romantic, Dark Fantasy, Celestial Charms, Wilderness, and Retro Love. Also have a few other palettes that weren't in this drawer that I wanted to go through. Danessa Myricks Groundworks, you know I'm keeping this. Danessa Lightwork 6, absolutely. My Odin's Eye single multi-chromes and duochromes, definitely keeping this. And then lastly, we have my 42 pan Beauty Bay palettes. This is in collaboration with Jade, definitely keeping this one. I love how different and all over the place this palette is, but it's beautiful. I love it. Berries, Nude, Midnight, Fiery 2.0, Bright 2.0. Oh no, this is just the original Bright. This is Bright 2.0, Rich Rich, Neutral. Last but certainly not least, the Smoky palette. Very, very cool tones. We love it. That was all of my eyeshadows. And I will count how many I decluttered. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to count how many I own, but I will count how many I decluttered. First, let's put these away. I'm actually going to go ahead and declutter this one from Give Me Glow as well. I have another Cosmic Beauty palette. It's the Lovers palette, but it's over there in my vanity. I think I want to put my Glamlite palettes in the drawer above there since I have so many. At least I was able to declutter quite a bit of palettes, to be honest. Ooh, not as many as I wanted to, but a good bit, I would say. Really good bit of palettes. Uh-oh. Put that in here. Here's what I decluttered. I think I definitely could have decluttered more palettes, truly, but hopefully we'll try again at the end of the year. So I've decluttered 21 palettes. I would say that is pretty decent, a lot better than I thought that I did, but I still have a lot of palettes in here, but I love these palettes so much. I love eyeshadow palettes so much. I am still a lover of eyeshadow palettes. I know that we're in the clean girl aesthetic now, but I still love my color. I still love my shadows. So that is it for this declutter. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye guys.